Have you ever turned on a light switch and wondered who made it all possible? We often hear about Edison, but behind the silent hum of electricity lies the brilliance of another mind, one that dreamed of a future far ahead of his time. His name? Nikola Tesla. Nikola Tesla was born at midnight during a lightning storm on July 10, 1856, in Smiljan, a small village in modern-day Croatia. The midwife called it a bad omen. His mother, however, said, "He will be a child of light." Perhaps she was right. Tesla's father was a priest and a writer, and his mother, though uneducated, was an inventor in her own right, creating mechanical tools by hand. It was from her that Tesla inherited his photographic memory and his love for invention. As a child, Tesla had vivid visions. He could conjure up machines in his mind, rotate them, disassemble and reassemble them, without ever touching paper. His mind didn't rest. It imagined endlessly. Tesla studied electrical engineering at the Austrian Polytechnic in Graz. He was a brilliant student, but dropped out before graduating, driven by an obsessive need to follow his own ideas the world wasn't ready for. In his youth, Tesla suffered a severe cholera attack that nearly killed him. During his recovery, he made a vow. If he survived, he would dedicate his life to science. He kept that promise with relentless devotion. In 1884, Tesla arrived in New York with just 4 cents, a book of poetry, and a letter of recommendation to Thomas Edison. In that letter, his former employer wrote, "I know of 2 great men. One is you, and the other is this young man." Tesla worked briefly for Edison, but the two clashed. Edison dismissed Tesla's ideas about alternating current, AC, insisting that his direct current, DC system was superior. Tesla resigned and pursued his vision alone. The battle between AC and DC became a defining moment in Tesla's career. With the support of industrialist George Westinghouse, Tesla's AC system eventually triumphed. It became the standard for electrical power, and remains so today. At the 1893 World's Fair in Chicago, Tesla and Westinghouse lit up the entire event, using AC power. It was the first time people witnessed electricity on such a grand scale. The world stood in awe. Tesla dreamed of transmitting electricity without wires. In his lab in Colorado Springs, he built giant coils and towers, creating lightning bolts 100 feet long. "If you want to find the secrets of the universe," he said, "think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." With backing from financier J.P. Morgan, Tesla began building the Wardenclyffe Tower in New York, his dream of global wireless communication and free energy. But when Morgan learned there would be no profits, he withdrew funding. Without money, the tower was dismantled. Tesla's dream of wireless electricity collapsed. "The present is theirs," Tesla said. "The future, for which I really worked, is mine." By the end of his life, Tesla held over 300 patents. He invented the radio before Marconi, the Tesla coil, remote control, the induction motor, neon lighting, and even early concepts of radar and X-rays. Yet despite his brilliance, Tesla was often overlooked. He lived alone, feeding pigeons in New York parks, struggling financially. The world that had once cheered for him now turned its attention elsewhere. Tesla grew increasingly eccentric. He spoke of communicating with other planets, refused to shake hands to avoid germs, and followed a strict routine of walking exactly 8 kilometers every day. He was a man of habit and mystery. Tesla never married. "I do not think you can name many great inventions that have been made by married men," he once said. His heart belonged to science. His love was his work. Nikola Tesla died alone in room 3327 of the New Yorker Hotel on January 7, 1943. He was 86. In his final years, he lived on milk, crackers, and dreams, still thinking about how to illuminate the world. After his death, the U.S. Supreme Court credited Tesla, not Marconi, as the true inventor of radio. Slowly, history began to correct itself. The world started to remember. Today, the name Tesla lives on, not only in textbooks, but in technologies, space exploration, and even the electric cars that bear his name. Elon Musk named his company Tesla in honor of the man who imagined a future of clean, limitless energy. The Tesla coil, once dismissed, is now used in television sets, radios, and even medical devices. His inventions have become the building blocks of our modern world. Tesla is celebrated today as one of the greatest inventors of all time. His story is told in films, books, and museums across the globe. He is the symbol of innovation, imagination, and perseverance. Many of Tesla's visions, wireless communication, drones, renewable energy, were dismissed in his time. But now, they define ours. He didn't just predict the future. He built its foundation. What makes Tesla inspiring isn't just his genius, but his relentless belief in his ideas, even when no one else believed. He showed that the future belongs not to the richest, but to the most visionary. Tesla once said, "The scientists of today think deeply instead of clearly. One must be sane to think clearly, but one can think deeply and be quite insane." His words still provoke thought today. My brain is only a receiver, Tesla believed. In the universe, there is a core from which we obtain knowledge, strength, and inspiration. For Tesla, imagination was the ultimate tool. From students to scientists, from engineers to dreamers, Tesla's life is a call to explore, question, and dare. He reminds us that invention begins with curiosity. Tesla paid dearly for his brilliance, loneliness, poverty, misunderstanding, yet he never stopped imagining a better world. His sacrifice wasn't in vain. Tesla's ideas are more relevant now than ever. As we explore renewable energy, wireless networks, and space travel, we walk the paths he once envisioned, alone, in the dark. In Belgrade, the Nikola Tesla Museum houses his documents and inventions. His ashes are kept in a golden sphere, symbolizing his obsession with energy, light, and the cosmos. "Let the future tell the truth," Tesla wrote. "The present is theirs. The future, for which I have really worked, is mine." And indeed, the future is finally catching up to Nikola Tesla. He was a genius, a visionary, a man who lit up the world, literally and figuratively. Tesla taught us that the limits of science are bound only by the imagination of those brave enough to challenge the norm. Though his body rests, his ideas shine. Every time we switch on a light, power a machine, or send a signal wirelessly, we are, in some way, honoring Tesla's dream. Tesla's story is not just about electricity. It's about daring to imagine the impossible. It's a reminder to all of us. Never stop asking questions. Never stop learning. Never stop dreaming. And so, the man once forgotten is now remembered as a legend. His name echoes in science, in history, and in the future he helped build. Nikola Tesla, a spark of genius that still lights the world.